Andre.
Look at this surprise. We got the big guy known as Big Market D-Line.
Can you believe it, dude? Can you believe? Who amongst us could believe such a thing?
We figured you weren't busy enough these days, so why not add...
Never
Why
too
not add
busy.
one more thing?
Literally never too busy.
Never too busy.
Never too
we
busy.
love that about you, D-Line. How you doing, my friend?
I am a big mix of confusion.
Yeah.
I have
Yup.
some of the best things in my life ever happening mixed with some of the worst things. And
Oh, gosh.
I've chalked this up to the grand balance of life.
It's
Little salt with the sugar.
it's how life gets you. And when I find that little grain of perspective from time to time, I remind myself it's the bad stuff that makes all the good stuff feel so good.
You're like, so things are going to feel very good, presumably, based on that idea, because it's not been great leading up to this point.
A little yin yang, a little up and down. You know?
Get a little more yang than yin these days, but whatever.
Yeah. You watched that Heat Celtics game? No shame to say no, by the way.
Oh, yes, of course I did.
Yeah. No, you're a guy who loves ball.
I got to listen. I'm sizing up the opposition at this point.
As you should. Logical thing for anyone who loves ball to do. It turns out lots of people in the media not ball lovers.
No, they're ball tolerators. They're ball profiteers.
Right. They are.
but
They
they're-
are
they're-
ball profiteers.
But they are not
yes.
ball lovers. This is the problem just sort of in general in life is that people have to make money.
They do.
You have to.
They
like,
do.
You have to. Otherwise, it's bad if you don't make money. Without money. It's bad. I've seen it.
It's not ideal. It's not.
So everybody has to put their efforts towards something. Very few people love things in this world, I've learned. Not
Gosh, it's really true.
like the thing that I think is like most universally loved by people is not doing anything.
Boy, gosh, we're cutting through some real talk here.
Tough to make money doing that though.
So true. Huh?
Yeah, so you find a lot of people that are like, oh, they like reporting because they have to be, they're good verbally, but they don't, they're not actually talking about something that they have true feelings about. It is the denizen, it is the house of the sicko that is built upon actual fandom.
That's us.
Yeah.
That's us.
It's bad, bro.
We are indeed the house
But
of
we
the
love ball.
sicko. We love ball so much. It
Too
might
much.
be a problem.
It is a problem.
But you must understand that's why we expect others who cover ball to also love it.
Yes, bro.
At least speak of it with respect.
If I'm listening to a person tell me about ball, they better know ball.
Bet.
Oh, they're really like, what am I listening to you for? I'll just listen to
Right.
myself. Like, what
Right.
is the problem? What is the idea here?
Right. If you're just speaking soullessly, then don't bother.
Don't bother, dude.
Yeah.
Don't watch, don't talk.
What a great line. Celtics Heat, do we give a shit one way or another? From a Nuggets perspective. I
Yes.
think from a business perspective we care about.
Yes, we want home court advantage, my guy.
We do.
We
They're
want home court advantage.
They're unbeatable at home.
They're unbeatable at home, and it's just like, it's like
Yeah.
like that's we get to open the playoffs. Like the entire NBA world comes here.
That'd be amazing.
Yes, we care. As far as like the matchup, those are two identical teams. Those are the same.
Yeah,
like
they're pretty similar.
when people were talking about it being a sweep, I'm like, no, it's not going to be a sweep. Even when it was 3-0, I'm like, no, it's not. Those are the same. Those are two of the same teams. Like
They really are.
they're too even for that to have been a sweep.
Yeah, it's true. And now things are kind of evening out. Heat dogs coming into back to Miami in Game 6, though.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is due to the uncertainty of Gabe Vincent. Like losing Gabe Vincent has been that was a big deal.
Great
clearly.
note. You know ball.
Hey, listen.
You know ball. What can
listen.
I say? What can I say? Plain and simple. It's that easy. Let's go to your big three, D-line.
Sure.
Let's start us off with some.
So I'm speaking
weekend
about
picks.
the ball-knowing capital here. We're talking about the game of ball that exists.
Damn
I can't even
straight.
imagine another Nuggets game. It's like 20 days away or something.
It's wild. Such a long wait. Holy shit.
So I predicted this 3 games ago
Boom.
that the sequence would happen, that Boston would win the next 2 and then Miami would close them out. I believe this to be true.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler is a person that I believe has 2 50-point games in him per series, but not 4. Right? So Miami, as you mentioned, underdogs at home. I am hitting that money line. That is plus money. Please, thank you. I'll take that. Yes.
Yep, love that.
To that same line of thinking, I'm taking Jimmy Butler's over 28.5 points. This is going to be a Butler masterpiece closeout.
Yeah. You can't talk as much shit as he has and then not back it up with a huge game 6.
You have to, right.
Win or lose, you have to.
You have to. And to that end, like every team, pretty much, I think every team that's won a game in this series has won the first quarter. So I'm taking the Heat money line. I believe that they are really feeling the heat. Ironically, not ironically, they're feeling it. I think that they're going to come out shot out of a cannon, and they're really going to do the anti-Jokic, which is put all of their chips on the table early. They're going to pull a LeBron and go heavy minutes, heavy energy, going or just right off the bat to try and send a message and knock the Celtics off kilter. So that's the way I see it going. I really do think the Heat are going to win. We'll see. Obviously, I always feel weird about betting on teams that are not the Nuggets because when I do know, I do know ball,
sure does.
I don't know the ins and outs of the Miami Heat in the way that I know the Denver Nuggets. So I feel little bit, but this to me, like from the macro, feels the correct way that this series is supposed to go.
Stick to what you know. It's one of the great principles and bets. Ryan and I on this show, 22-4 on picks for the Western Conference Finals.
Yep. I mean, stick with what you know.
Know your team. And the 4 all came in game 3. Yoke has foul trouble.
Yep.
Dominates the fourth quarter, but none of the overs hit. Right?
Yeah, I got beat up in that game 3 also.
26.
The only game he didn't.
Only
game he didn't have a triple double.
Right. I claimed going into that game, I think there's not another game the rest of the way where he doesn't have a triple-double. There you go.
Oh, bet.
Yeah, bet.
Literally bet.
He's our Lord and Savior, but that doesn't mean he's out to prove us right every single
our Lord and
Bets
Savior
episode.
is still part of, the organization that, the Old Testament came from. And all they did was smite down their believers.
Lots of smiting, indeed. Speaking of smiting, let's go to my big 3. And this is a perfect transition because your Colorado Rapids are such hot garbage right now that they're just so easy to bet against. If you take FC Cincinnati straight up, they're plus 205. If you take them tie no bet, they're plus 185, which is what I have there. But I didn't put the tie no bet in the graphic. If you want them to win by a goal, which, well, that's the only way they're going to be able to win, you would get plus 200 value. And then if you were to bet them to win by over 2 goals, plus 550. The Rapids stink. They played midweek. They have a ton of injuries. Since he's the best team in the league, they've won a gajillion games in a row. The Rapids, they can be typically pretty good at home, but this just ain't their year, and FC Cincy is going to come in and murder them.
How many home wins have they had this year?
Zero home wins for the Rapids.
Yeah, that's rough.
It's bad.
They've had home ties, though.
Yeah, those don't count.
Lots of home ties. They're really good at the home ties. Not today. Another series where a sweep was avoided. Stars against the Vegas Golden Knights. And look, these are two teams that aren't offensively blessed like we are used to here in the Mile High City. The goals might not be full-on litty, but since the first game that went to overtime 4-3, under 6 goals has hit every single game. I'm taking the under. I think it'll be another tight game for Vegas, struggling to close it out and make it to their first ever Stanley Cup Finals. And then hedging a little on the Heat, taking the Heat to win the Eastern Conference Finals minus 135. That's basically it. It's the reverse parlay. They win game 6 or they win game 7. I've got the option. It's 2 money lines at minus 135. I think that's tremendous odds.
Yeah. Tremendous.
So why not?
Why not? Why not, dude? Why not?
Exactly.
Why not us? The betters.
Why not us? Indeed. Tyler Hero coming back doesn't scare us in the slightest, right?
He wouldn't, to the finals?
Yeah.
No.
That guy feels like a dude who lands in Denver and spends like 5 hours at a dispensary.
Why? Just because he looks like a member of the Insane Clown Posse when he's left up to his own devices to dress himself. There is no worse dressed human being. Like that guy. I thought that guy. That guy. I was like, oh, he's like a pretty good player, whatever. And then I'm like, oh, he's trash.
It's so rough.
That dude's a trashy guy.
It's I think
Awful
that's
taste.
An astute obzo. He's a weird guy.
Yo. Got a little WT in him. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
A little bit.
You remember Juggalos in college?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that was wild.
Yeah.
Imagine being me coming from Milan, Italy, arriving to your college and being like, there's juggalos at this school.
Well, them being in school is the surprising part.
It was like, you've made enough right choices to get into this institution.
Yeah.
But enough wrong choices to be, in fact, a juggalo.
Yeah. I would expect to see like a juggalo in line to buy an energy drink.
Right.
A monster.
Right,
Like
totally. Yeah.
But at a higher institution of higher learning, not what I would expect.
Yeah, it's true. One of the DJs at the Western school radio station was Juggalo J, and they made a poster of Juggalo J on the cover of Rolling Stone. So my joke around campus was I'd always pretend excitement when I saw Juggalo J and be like, he was on the cover of Rolling Stone.
That's tough.
Yeah, Juggalo J. Yeah,
That's tough.
It's the institution that produced this brilliant mind. The institution that produced this brilliant podcast is DraftKings
Let's go.
Sportsbook, the Kings, where right now, new users, holy shit, you've waited this whole time to bet on a Nuggets final game. What a glorious time to be alive for you.
Can you believe it?
New DraftKings user.
Can you believe it?
While we're here, why don't you bet $5 on an NBA pregame money line, and if that hits, win $150 in bonus bets. I almost said the terminology we're not using anymore in bonus bets, and that's on top of people who've been around the whole time. Same game parlay it up. No sweat. They've got boosts. They've got pools. They've got it all. Withdrawal day for your boy after the 22-4 Western Conference Finals. Hit the account like that
Dude,
quick.
The thing about me is that I've never taken.
You've never.
I'm living heavy in the comma club though.
I was gonna say, like, what are we even at, bro? Between Jokic MVPs and the Nuggets making these brilliant runs. I mean, gosh, I can't even imagine.
E-Dubs living
How
in the
many
comma club.
units are in there?
Quite a few units.
Quite a few.
There's a comma in there, bro.
Wow, we're talking 4-digit units.
Maybe
Oh my gosh.
4D.
Oh my gosh.
40 U's, dude.
You can be like the legend, Big Market D-Line at DraftKings Sportsbook when you use code DMVR. Download the app now and sign up where you can win $5 and you can bet $5 and win $150 in bonus bets instantly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Massachusetts, call 800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. In New York, call 877-8-HOPENY or text HOPENY. In Kansas, call 1-800-522-4700. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, 21 plus in most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. Eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for offer details. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details and state-specific responsible gambling resources.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah.
What a read.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy. That one hit the spot.
Eric
You know what?
Albrecht sharing trauma here on the chat.
I ran a dive bar with some friends and about 20
juggalos walked in. You know what that
No.
is? That's a gaggle of juggalos.
Yeah. Did they have juggalos once you were
That's a
in school,
jaggalo.
or we'd kind of moved on as a society by that point?
No, they
That's
still
not-
exist.
Yeah, but like they weren't common. It's kind of like
No, they've never been common.
Yeah, like in my high school we didn't have any juggalos, and I went to like a public high school.
There's a lot. Many people are hidden juggalos.
Closeted juggalos.
Yeah, I'm telling. It's not. It's not something that is typically touted in polite society unless
Right.
you are boasting that you're unemployed.
Totally. Well, I remember when my cousin came out to his parents as a juggalo. It was a big deal in our family.
I helped that they turned his back on him and never.
Oh no, we've shunned him and never spoken to him again.
And with that, I say good day.
Oh God, that's so good. Okay, let's dilemma of the day it up. That's enough jug. I think we've hit our quota for juggalo.
We did, yeah,
talk
for
this
all
week.
time.
Yeah, fair enough. How to build a weekend parlay rando style. So you could parlay the picks I gave out. I was hoping to have Ryan on. I would have trolled him because his soccer team Leeds is about to get relegated.
That's tough, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
Because that's not like a lifetime commitment he made.
No,
this is
no.
a new fandom that he
Right.
signed up for.
right. He was like, I want to pick a team in this league to root for.
Yeah.
Pick them, and spoiler alert, they won't be in that league
This is the same thing.
6 months after he made that decision.
This is the same
Sad.
meteoric fall I experienced when I hooked my wagon to the Samsung Lions.
Oh my gosh,
In the
yes.
Korean baseball league.
Yes.
And I was like, because I formerly worked in marketing for a big company, and I did a lot of marketing for Samsung. So I was like, I felt
Jeez.
a kinship. I felt an obligation
Yeah.
to, go to stay on brand with the corporation. And what happened? Holy smokes! And then I was like, I can't. I just cut them loose. I'm like, that's it.
Has
I
that
can't-
changed your perspective on branding?
That it can be the first line in a team that I'm supporting.
Right.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks. May it never find its way across the ocean. There are almost every baseball league in Japan is for the most part is
Sponsored,
Like,
yeah.
I have the shirt I bought in Japan when I went, and which like kind of inspired me to start making shirts, was for the Oryx.
that right?
Yeah, the
Oh my
Oryx
gosh.
Bison, and I was like, oh cool. What part of Tokyo is Oryx? But it's a corporation.
What do they do? What kind of corporation? Do we know?
No, nope.
Oh. I'm guessing toothpaste company.
No,
Someone look that
I'm
up
gonna
over
guess if I'm gonna make a wild guess, I'm gonna guess electronics.
Electronic. Wow. Okay.
How could you ever come up with that?
Okay, I'll take it.
What was the name again? I'll look it up real quick.
Oryx, ORI, I think X.
That's how
Look up the Oryx Bison.
that's how basketball teams are in Italy too.
Yeah,
Like my teams, the Armani Milan basketball team.
the Armani. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
Italy, all of the teams are sponsored by fashion.
Right. Back in the day, my dad's team was I think it was the same team I root for now, but they were sponsored by canned tuna company, Simmental. So that's fun, a little canned tuna. Freshen up a salad for yourself. Okay, so if I take Cincinnati and we're gonna get aggressive, minus to win by 2 goals, and then why can't I
Oh, it's a railway company, the Oryx Buffaloes.
look at that?
Railway.
We know railways around here.
There was another one called Oryx Financial.
Yeah, but the Japanese one is, well, to be honest, you never know. Did you know that in Japan, 7-Eleven is a bank? And it's the same company.
Whoa.
It's the wildest thing ever.
No way.
It's a financial institution.
Honestly, this kind of feels like the group I'd want to go to Japan with.
Yeah, dude, I went. It was good.
Eric and Yaya, that'd be an amazing
Ooh, can you imagine,
trip.
dude? Can you
Amazing.
even imagine?
I can't, actually. I hardly can.
Just
Part
tearing
of
up Roppongi like nobody's biz, dude.
it, right. They wouldn't know what hit them. Parlay of the weekend, take my big 3. But okay, no. It's like my big 3, but different. Under in the Dallas Vegas game. That applies. -110. We're doing that. Cincy to win. Cincy -1.5 because they're blowing the Rapids out. I've decided plus 550. So FC Cincinnati -1.5. Go into that game and go to game lines to find that. Then Miami Heat to win tonight because you can't parlay them winning the Eastern Conference Final. I don't want to get into that right now. And then to close it all out, what's happening in the German league this weekend is fascinating. So we've got
Is this what is this Bundesliga?
Bundesliga. Very God, he knows ball so hard.
All ball, dude.
All ball. The team that always wins, Bayern Munich. Munich, beautiful city. Beautiful
I've
city.
not been to Munich.
You would love it.
Oh, that's not true. I spent a unfortunate amount of time in the airport there.
Love airports in Germany. They have smoking areas.
Yeah, but they're like little like fish bowls.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
everyone walks by and they look at you.
It's similar to hot box in a car back in my days at Western, with Juggalo J. Shout out to Juggalo J. It's a callback for you. The Munich sky is what the BMW logo is based off of.
The blue?
Blue and white. Just it reminds me of Denver. Lots of parks, lots of nudists.
Well, you know what? You know what that is actually? It's actually a propeller. The BMW. It is a spinning propeller.
Volkswagen?
No, the spinning propeller. It is blue and white. It's a spinning propeller. The BMW logo.
Well, Munich's beautiful. Their team's very successful. But it looks like for the first time in years, they might lose the league against their eternal nemesis, Borussia Dortmund. I'm not touching Dortmund because they're classic chokers, but I am taking Bayern to apply pressure and win. Parlay that, plus the other 3 picks I put together, plus 35-13. That's a nice little
How
weekend
often do you hit
parlay.
these like massive parlays?
Early on, I was hitting like one every 10 days.
How often do you hit a baby beluga?
No, it's been a minute. Can
I tell you
more
my-
like once a month.
Can I tell you my current betting strategy?
Yeah,
that has
please.
vaulted me into the comma club.
Oh my gosh. I'm so impressed.
I take a same game parlay every game for the Nuggets,
Yeah.
and I bet 2 units on it. $20. But my same game parlay typically is 4 to 5 legs, and will then net me about $100 for my $20.
So
then I have to hit
getting
one
like
of
plus
every
500.
I have to
value.
hit one of every 5 to maintain.
To
But
stay
usually I'll
even.
get like 2 or 3 of 5 and I'll jump ahead. It's rare to miss 5 in a row because
Right.
I bet on things
Right.
because it's been said, not by me but by others, I know ball. You know what I mean? I just know ball.
So
So
true.
I bet on
It's so
I bet on
true.
microtransactions throughout a game. I bet on 1 steal from KCP. I bet on 1 3-pointer from Nikola Jokic against a formidable center that he'll try to draw out of the paint. I will track the ebbs and flows of Jamal Murray, where he's been cold, now he's hot,
Right,
and I'll bet on his threes. Michael Porter Jr. the same thing. I find micro narrative fueled transactions, and I take it all the way to the top.
What phenomenal advice.
There you go.
This was a DMVR Bets that lived up to its Friday status and reputation. Thank you, D-Line.
Thank
Always
you.
a pleasure.
Listen.
And an honor.
Anytime.
And tune in. When do the Pids play? Saturday, Yaya?
Tune into the post game. That's all you gotta hear.
Tune into the post game after the Rapids game, and come by the
Poor
DMVR
Yaya.
bar Sunday morning EPL roundup. You can watch Ryan as he melts down and Leeds gets relegated to culminate the worst first season anyone could ever
So
have. As a
bad.
fan
I feel
of a
so,
team.
dude. All of the soccer ball knowers in the company are just in shambles.
Down so bad. It's
Just
so true.
Unless they're like true big market Mitch that like picks the most popular
Right.
team in the history of the world.
Yep.
Oh wow! I can't believe my soccer Yankees are winning again. That's so impressive.
You got called out, Mitch. You got called out, Mitch. Yep. We're clipping this and sending it to him. You guys have a lovely weekend, maybe a 3-day weekend, and we'll be back next week. Later.